Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the North Star State, where the sounds of the Yowler horn and the Skol chant echo throughout U.S. Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. Today it's a Week 14 matchup. It should be a good one, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Minnesota Vikings. On the Washington sideline is head coach Dan Quinn. He's hoping his guys will put forth a winning effort despite being out of the playoff race with just 3 wins on the year. On the other side is Vikings head coach Kevin O'Connell. His guys ready to feed off the energy in this building as they try to win one in front of the home crowd. So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. Back deep for the Vikings, Miles Price. Ball out a punt of 38 yards officially. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl-type season, and maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year. And at the end of the season, not too far away. He's got his guys playing at a very high level.
A gain of 3, second down. You talk about this Washington defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
I still crack up a little bit after we left our meeting with the defensive coordinator, because I said to you, stop me if you've heard this before. How about him saying, well, first order of business, we got to stop the run. Of course you do. He's got a good unit, but facing the #1 rushing team, they have to stop that in order to have a good performance.
Here's 3rd and a few inches. Straight ahead, here's Mason. And he will have the Vikings first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. The Vikings at 9-3 here on the year. And they coming on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now he's going to step up and run. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
Partner, took a while for him to lock onto a receiver, and he finally found his man coming left to right across the formation. But by the time he got the ball to him, not much of a chance to turn upfield and make anything out of it.
On play action, they'll throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I know we can't do a mind meld and really know exactly what he was thinking, but I didn't see an open receiver there. Maybe, possibly, he did that on purpose and just overthrew him.
Yeah, coverage was good, so maybe indeed that was another way to throw it away, if you will. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
They'll look to throw again. Now he'll take this and run. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
This is what defense...
They'll start with a run by Mason. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Great digs on the tackle.
The numbers for him from a week ago. 17 carries, 111 for yards, and a touchdown.
And the way they ran the ball last week has to bring a smile to the faces of the entire coaching staff, because not only are they seeing a back pile up yardage, they're seeing an offensive line in sync, and that bodes well this late in the season.
That one complete to Miller. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
It's a gain of 8.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team, because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you break a tackle and turn into a bigger game. Also, they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers. Now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Then their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
On the give, it's Mason. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Leave it locked in the back. Offense.
So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Back to throw again. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it, because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Von Miller in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Well, let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback.
Okay, ready?
Second and 4. And he fires one incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
They'll set up to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got him incomplete. And he will have the Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking of throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Mason going to get it on first down. Now he's able to break through one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's fourth down.
One first down here, and that's...
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
First down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Incomplete.
Now a second and 10.
He was defended by Quandre Diggs.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. This is caught by Anderson. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 31-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. On the screen, this is Mason. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
First red zone chance now for the Vikings. First and 10 right at the 20. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Vikings first down.
Veteran running back like him, we've seen a lot of those chunk carries in his career.
And that's why you don't just look at his birth certificate and decide when a guy is done, right? Because you know as well as I do, in this league, as soon as you hit 30, they're looking to let you go.
Touchdown, Vikings! Josh Oliver, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have moved out in front. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to it.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Von Miller. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. And that sack, Charles, just looked like a case where a speedy defensive end is a little bit quicker than the offensive tackle.
Yeah, it makes it difficult for a tackle to determine what exactly to do. Do you do the kick slide and try and get back in the pocket and meet him there? Do you meet him on the line of scrimmage where they call a quick set? In any event, right now, he's having his troubles.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards the pick up there.
23 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. So just 3 yards on the completion there.
It's a pickup,
and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, he's got him in. That's Mason. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Now a shotgun snap as they look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
Intended for
zone coverage there, and they were
Hawkinson.
playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Needing the tough yards, they run into their 4th down. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
At the 43-yard line.
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. That's caught downfield by Addison. And they move this all the way down to the 9. It's a gain of 34. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Now back to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Second and 9 now. Now he's going to step up and run. This will be caught at about the 5. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. About a half yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal. It's a quarterback sneak. And he'll get it. He's over for the touchdown. A great play there as time expires in the first half. And the Vikings have taken the lead on the final play of the first half. The drive begins with Mason. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
A check down here to Jones. A yard in the wrong direction. Makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up. They go play action here on 1st down. And he's got this to Jefferson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And the Vikings, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Now he'll tuck this and run. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. So a holding penalty, and that'll send him backwards.
You know, they're trying not to do that. I mean, we know that, right? We talk to them all the time. But sometimes the defensive guys just put you in awkward situations, and you get caught grabbing their jerseys.
They'll drop to throw. That's to the left side where he's got Miller.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old, reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worrying about traffic coming out on the other end.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
And that will be incomplete. The Commanders' defense holds, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Now he's going to step up and run. Dancing away at the 30. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So we'll get the penalty all sorted out when we get back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. We return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They'll hand it to Mason. Looking for a seam to find him now. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Pass complete to Addison. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Justin Jefferson. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Vikings use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Now he'll tuck this and run. Oh, good move. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
This is where the NFL is headed year by year, partner. A league where just about everyone has someone under center who can get you with their legs as well as their arm. And we've certainly had a nice display of that from both QBs in this game. And that continued with that first down run.
To the right goes Mason. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Right back to Mason. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to... And he will score! Touchdown, Vikings! Justin Jefferson, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Vikings are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Back to throw now on first down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 20-yard line.
Now 2nd and 5. They'll set up a throw. And he can't hang on to it, and the screen never got started.
Incomplete.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
They'll look to throw here. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll be a loss of 6 yards. They'll look to throw here on first down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored him, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll look to throw. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5. They'll look to throw. Gets his out wide to Justin Jefferson. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Vikings, it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10-3. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for Washington, it's unfortunately more of the same as they'll fall to 3-10 on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.